A lot of curious people have asked me what my thoughts are on LegalShield and similar companies like MetLife Legal. And I've been an attorney for over 13 years and I've actually had quite a bit of experience with companies of this nature. I have no affiliation with them, I just had experience with them and I've heard feedback from others. Now, the first bit of feedback that I've heard is that some of these companies feel kind of scammy. They're oftentimes set up on a commission, almost with multi-level marketing type structures, where somebody is really trying to sell you to get their memberships, and they're really pushing you and pushing others to subscribe on sort of a multi-level marketing type basis. I've heard the comparison made to extended warranties.
Terrific. Just sold an extended warranty for a basketball.
For some people, extended warranties on your motor vehicle are a great idea. But if you're the type of person that doesn't like getting texts and things like that about why your vehicle's almost out of warranty and why you should sign up with whatever this company is to get your extended warranty, then maybe you're the type of person who doesn't love the idea of a company like LegalShield, which is kind of a salesy type of thing. Number two, I've heard that it's hard for companies like LegalShield and MetLife Legal to attract attorney providers who are really high quality. Now, I don't want to paint with a broad brush and say there aren't quality attorneys that do work for these organizations. I know that's not true. But I do understand why that feedback from people might exist. I think of the analogy of the struggling restaurant that offers a lot of coupons because they're having a hard time bringing in business. The busy steakhouse that has a line around the door, they typically aren't offering big coupons on their steaks because they don't have to, because they're in such demand. And companies like LegalShield and MetLife and all those, they ask the attorney providers to give a rate reduction. Now, if you're a really high quality attorney that has kind of a line around the door, you're in such high demand, why would you offer a discount if you're already in high demand without offering a discount? Do I want the kind of attorney who's willing to offer discounts? Or do I want the attorney that's in demand such that he doesn't feel the need to offer coupons? Number three, and I think this is probably the most important, is that you really don't get to pick from the full pool of attorneys in your community if you go with the LegalShield or MetLife. Now, let me kind of be more specific. Let's say you need a trust done. Well, you probably don't want to go to just sort of a general provider that MetLife or LegalShield offers. You really want to go to the expert, the guy who's written thousands of wills and trusts. And if let's say you got bit by a dog, well, you probably want to go to the dog bite lawyer. There are attorneys out there that only handle that type of case. When you're shopping for an attorney, the cheap attorney is not necessarily the best attorney. You've heard this saying, penny wise, pound foolish. Well, that is definitely true with lawyers. Who cares if they're cheap if it's not the right lawyer for your case? I don't want you to think that I'm bashing these companies like LegalShield and MetLife Legal. I think they have a purpose. I've heard feedback that when you need something like a simple demand letter, maybe you have a pesky neighbor whose fence is giving you problems. Well, I've heard feedback that these companies do a good job with an attorney to prepare demand letters and things like that. And I don't want to paint with a broad brush and say that there are no good attorneys that work for these organizations. I'm sure there are. I'm just talking about my own experience, and the experience that I've had is that the quality of the work is not top-notch. I haven't seen, for example, a high-quality last will and testament come out of a legal services provider company. That's just my experience. And the feedback I've heard from others is similar. And so I think you need to, as you're shopping for these things, be eyes wide open. And instead of shopping for maybe the cheapest attorney, maybe you search for the right attorney for your particular need.